Hi, Deneen Shoemaker with your 420 Minute. I hope everybody is doing well and you have had a great week. It's been another good week. So, I want to talk with you a little bit this week out of the book of Genesis. So, I'm just going to jump right in with Genesis 1, verse 9. Then God said, "Let the waters beneath the sky flow together into one place, so dry ground may appear." And that is what happened. God called the dry ground land, and the waters seas. And God saw that it was good. And then God said, "Let the land sprout with vegetation, every sort of seed-bearing plant, and trees that grow seed-bearing fruit. These seeds will then produce the kinds of plants and trees from which they came." And that is what happened. And then it goes on. And then verse 13 says, "And evening passed and morning came, marking the third day." Now, when I read that scripture, what does not come to mind is, well, how did God do that? Like, did God dip a finger down in the waters and part it? I mean, what does it mean that the land parted out of? Okay, I don't go there. Just so you know, I just don't go there. So when I look at a story like this, what I see is a larger metaphor, if you will. I mean, I believe to a certain extent, or from a different perspective maybe, in the creation theory. Don't get me wrong, however, I completely embrace and believe in modern science and in evolution. I think that creation can happen, and I think that we can still evolve. I think the two things can coexist. I'm not going to get into all those particulars. I'm not a creationist. Do not make that mistake. What I'm saying is, I believe that God created everything, and I believe there is evolution. So when I read a story like this, I'm not looking for how, I'm looking for why. And what I see is the way the land in the story comes up from the depths of the sea, if you will, or, the sea is parted and the land emerges. And then the second part of the story is that life springs forth from this land. All life, every form of life, including our life. And I was thinking about that, especially this week, for some reason. And what struck me was how sometimes in life, in our lives, it feels as if we are treading water. It feels as if we're out there in the big old sea of life, and where the hell is the closest land? But God delivers, and land does come. And not only does land come, vegetation, seed-bearing vegetation, springs forth. And to me, that is such a story of promise. So this week, what I hope for you is that you can begin to understand that in the midst of our struggles, and I don't care who you are, we all have them. In the midst of those struggles, God provides. And God not only provides, but He provides richly and abundantly. So I hope that those are words of grace. I hope that in the midst of whatever it is that you may be struggling with. Or maybe you're on the dry land and you're feeling the blessings of the seed-bearing fruit. And if that's the case, then enjoy it, because the rains will come. And we all know that. And the sea of life eventually takes over. And not that I'm being pessimistic, just maybe realistic. So whatever station in life you're at, my prayer is that you can begin through these 420 minutes and through your own study, begin to see not necessarily literally what's happening, but metaphorically the stories and the cargo that the Bible is trying to carry and trying to convey to us. So I hope this has been helpful. I hope that you get out here and live your best life, because as I like to say, this ain't no dress rehearsal. If you've liked this video, please share it. Share it, share it, share it. And if you have not subscribed yet, go ahead and hit that subscription or subscribe button, and I'd love a few likes. So it ain't about me. It's all about God, God's love, and God's grace and peace. So have a great week.